Okay, now we continue with the firewall setup. On the firewall setup, we use here there's two options whether you want to use the IP tables or firewall D. So here I choose to use the firewall D. So basically firewall D, we need to set up it first. Here I got the list for the firewall D. So first we check the configuration of the IP address. So you can see here is the IP address for the EN3 and this for the EN8. As you can see here on the 3, I use the bridge network to the host PC, and for the 8 I use the NAT network. I can show you here. Yeah, you can see on the network. On the adapter 1 I use the bridge adapter, and on adapter 2 I use a NAT network. That's my connection, and basically we'll be set up the NAT network to connect to the rest of the VM. And on setup here I already configure the basic setting for the NAT network to connect to another VM. But now we need to check the configuration here, so you can see. So we put cd etc sysconfig config /network dash script. Already on the directory ls, you can see the name. This is in the directory, so we can configure it by vim ucfg dash enp0s3, enter, and here is the setup. The setup here, sometime when you try to configure, I don't know why, but on my VM, one of the connection, when I try to vim, there's nothing here, 0. So luckily on the other side, the EMP0S8, when I load it on the vim, it have a configuration. What we can do is just copy all the parameter here and paste on the EMP0S03. So here there's IP address for the bridge network and the broadcast, also the net mask, the network. Basically the network we use same as the host PC, which is the 0.168.0.0 and the gateway is 0.1. And once you copy on the parameter, don't forget to change the enp0s3 here, because we copy from the 8, so we need to change to 3. Same also on the device. And because this connection is to the host PC, we need to set on the boot protocol as a DHCP, which is a dynamic. It's different from EMP0S8. So I can show you. Escape. Vim 8. So here, since this connection will be on the internal private network, so we use static because we doesn't want it to check every time we boot up the server. On the network, we use the host PC network, and on gateway we use as the bridge network IP address, which is 192.168.0.155. This is the IP address for the EMP0S3, the bridge network that connected to host PC. We use it as a gateway since we set the port forwarding on the firewall, which is when the host PC access the firewall, it will forward port forwarding to the web server. Here on the setup, and also when, for example, I said before, on my EMP0S3, when I load the Vim, there's no parameter setup there, so it's same with the UUID. So we can generate the UUID by UUID chain and put the designated network card you want to use. Example here 3. So when you enter, it will generate a new UUID for the NIC. Next, after that, so here I copy on the text editor, just in case I forgot or it's not copied to the EMP03. After that, we can check the status by NMCLI D. Basically, same with the NMCLI device status, same. So here you can see the internet is still unmanaged. We need to manage it first. And so before that, we need to mask the IP tables in here. Firewall. If we don't mask the IP tables, most probably it will clash with the firewall D, because in one time only one network setup that can running. So if we use firewall D, we need to mask the IP table. So if you use IP table, you need to stop the firewall D from running. Already masked, since I already put the mask before, so nothing changed here. Usually it will show pop up log message that IP table or been masked. Then we need to check the zones on firewall. We have a bridge network and NAT network. So what I do for the bridge network, I set as DMZ network on the DMZ zone, basically to separate that it connect to the host PC, and the other one I set on the public, since it will basically it's not public on the host, basically public to the other VM server, the web server and the MySQL, the database server. So you paste here. So here the active zone, see it show the interface. On the public is a EMP0S8 and EMP0S3. So what you're gonna do, first we need to remove which the NIC you want to set as a DMZ or public. For example, here since it's EMP0S3 is the bridge network, so I will set it to the DMZ zone. So first we need to remove it from the public. Success. And after that, we permanently add to the DMZ zone. Success. And you can check active zone. So usually the active zone, it will show only public unless you specify the zone you want to see. So right now you can see the active zone. On the public only EMP0S8, because we already relocate the zone for the EMP0S3 on the DMZ. We can try to check it. Zones equal to DMZ. Sorry. Okay, we put the command here, list all zone DMZ. So it will show the DMZ zone. See here. This is the detail. Basically, this is for check on the services on the zone. Since we use the firewall as the port forwarding, so we need to from here we see the list all. Basically this is for checking the services on the zone. So here DMZ, we see the HTTP and HTTPS, also SSH. So on the first time you check it on the zone, usually they don't including the HTTP and HTTPS. So what you can do is adding the services on the zone. So you can see, put the command services equal to, so let's say you want to add the HTTP and HTTPS. So here use the curly bracket. So you type the http comma https close curly bracket. So you enter. Sorry. Oh, okay, as here. Okay. So, oh, sorry again. Oh yeah, sorry. I need to specify the zone. So here, zone equal. So for example here, DMZ, space. Not sure why I cannot add it, because this right command. Never mind. Maybe this is error because I already added on the NIC. So this is the correct command. You need to add the services. If not, you cannot load the web browser or the web application that you intended to use. And after that, we need to add port on the firewall. So add port equal to 80 TCP, since it's a default use on the HTTP, the TCP port 80. So enter. Success. So we put the masquerade. You need to also add the masquerade to basically masquerade needs for allow port forwarding. And then you need to vim on etc cctl. Sorry. cctl dot d slash ip underscore forward. See, so you need to add this to the directory here on the file. When you open it first time, usually it's empty, so you need to type this and put it here and set it to 1 because we used on. If you set to 0, it will be off. And after that, escape. Okay. Then now we back to the web server. Then we need to add for the port forwarding on web server. For example here, firewall cmd space, add is a permanent, if not it will be reset. Permanent dash soon DMZ dash dash add dash forward dash port dash equal to port equal to 80. Say we use the 80 port 80 TCP, and then we need to set the protocol proto equal to protocol is proto equal to TCP, then port support equal to, on the port we left it blank, so we set up as a default, and then to the address you want to port forwarding. For example, here we want to port forwarding to for 10.0.2.14. Then already add sorry, a mistake here. It's not equal here, it's dash, enter. Proto this. Oh, again, mistake. Success. Okay, so we already got the protocol and the port forwarding on the web server, and then what we're gonna do, so we need to reload the firewall. Reload. Success. Make a mistake. This port forwarding I adding on the web server, it should be on the firewall. Sorry. On here is basically we need to command to make sure the setting that we set before will be remain after we reboot, especially for the HTML. Sometimes after we reboot, they have error on the permission, so we need to set the mode. Set mode R and 744 on the var www HTML. So we already set it, and another one is chown the R Apache. So, and after we put this, after we reload or simply we restart or reboot on the server, there's no error for permission, basically error from the web application to access the SQL database. So back to before where I made mistake. This is for continue on the adding the port forwarding. So here also firewall CMD permanent zone TMC add dashboard equal to port equal port and 80 proto equal to TCP then 2 port and we left it blank like I said before, and then to the IP address we want to port forwarding. So here we should put on the web server port forwarding, because we want port forwarding to the web server to access the web application. 0.14. Yes. Oh, sorry. Oh, syntax error here. Okay, success. And then firewall CMD reload, success. Now before that we try to ping the web server from the firewall. Okay, can access it, and so basically there's a connection for the internet network. Now we try to from the host PC try to ping the firewall. So if config so ping 192.168.0.155. So we have connection. Ping. We try ping web server. Ping 10.0.2.14. See, we cannot ping on the web server. Remember, on the web server we already block the IP address from the host, which is the 192.168.0.171. That's why we cannot ping on the web server itself. So by doing this, the host PC cannot access the it needs to go through the firewall first, and by right, we already success on connecting all of them exactly as the assignment given. That's all. Thank you very much.